Hello and welcome, I am Basic XP. This is my weekly show, Game Pass of the Week, where I talk about what I've been playing in Xbox Game Pass. Now, this game I've been playing on Series X, and it is titled none other than One Step from Eden. Now, it's a mashup of a whole bunch of genres. It's a roguelite, it's a strategy game, it's a deck building game, it's an action game. It's got a lot going on, but that's okay because you don't really need to understand any of the genres to enjoy this game. It's got a very arcadey feel. You can just kind of jump in and mash buttons and cool things will happen and you'll be enjoying yourself. It also has that kind of podcast appeal I talk about a lot, where you don't really need to know what's happening story-wise, or really, I don't think it really has a story. You're going to Eden, but that's it. That's the whole thing. There's some neat emergent things in there, but they're not really required to enjoy the game. You literally just smash A until you're playing, and then you just play. And I had a ton of fun with this game. Now, interestingly enough, this is another game that I did not start playing. It's the second it landed in Game Pass. And the reason for that was, on one hand, it came out kind of in this slot, in the Forza Halo slot of late last year, where those were on my mind and I wasn't really looking to dive into things. But also, what I was looking for was small or easy to jump in and out of games to fill the space in between, which this is actually perfect for, but it never landed on the radar because the description, or the mashing together of genres, does not sound good on paper, and the cover art just didn't sell me. And it's very interesting that in the age of Game Pass and game curation, in this era where there's way too much to play and not enough time to play it in, how much cover art matters. We don't really think about it maybe as much as we used to, because we're not going and buying games off shelves like we used to be, especially not these smaller indie style games. But I legitimately saw the cover art for this game, which maybe I'll throw in the video, but otherwise you can just go look up. It's on the Xbox store, and I just was like, I don't know what that is, but it doesn't feel like it's for me. And it's not to say the cover art is bad, or that the art isn't good. It straight up just didn't communicate to me in any meaningful way what the game was, or if I should be excited about it. Like if there's something about it that would broadly appeal to me. And by that I mean, like, everything about the game, when I see a trailer of it, screams basic, you will love this game. But when I saw the cover art, it basically screamed, stay away. Which is it's the second time this has happened to me in about 6 months. The last game this happened to was with Crosscode, which is the exact same scenario. Didn't like the cover art, completely ignored the game, finally organically stumbled across gameplay of it, wanted to know what the game was, found out it was in Game Pass, and then specifically remember thinking, oh, I remember seeing the cover art for this and not thinking it was like maybe it was a mobile game, which is not necessarily something you want to convey to someone on the Xbox storefront. Now, in terms of this game and its gameplay and everything else, I kind of stay away from the whole reviewiness of these things. I'm not really here to review games. I'm here to show you games that I enjoy, and I very much enjoyed this game. I dumped something like 10 or 12 hours into it before I got my first clear. I have no idea if that makes me good or terrible at the game. Probably middling is what I'm guessing. But I'll probably dump another, 8-ish hours would be my guess. Maybe a little less than that, as I'm just messing around, trying out weird builds with different decks and just random RNG. And you can actually you can save seeds. So if you get a good run and you just want to try basically doing the exact same thing again, you just write down the seed, pop that in when you go to start the game. Bing, bang, boom. Now you can just retry some crazy build that's absolutely ludicrous and completely breaks the game, and just have fun with it. And I love that you can do stuff like that. The game does not take itself too seriously. It has a huge focus on gameplay that is clear right from the get-go. There are basically two menus in this entire game. The start screen, the screen after the start screen, and that's it. That's it. There's no, then you're just gameplay. Even the shop kind of gameplay is very neat. It's very neat in that way. Anyways, that's been this week's episode of Game Pass of the Week. Again, the game is One Step from Eden. I am BasicXP. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like, subscribe button. Leave those comments. Let me know what you think, especially if you check the game out. Adios.